Hey guys, welcome back to another Mr. Fix-It video. So here we got my old and faithful 2000 Silverado with, wait for it, 573,820 miles currently. So I've been I've been using this as my beater work truck. And like I said, she's been old. She's old, but she's faithful. She hasn't let me down. So I got some cheap intake off of Amazon that we're gonna be installing on her. I already did a little bit of exhaust mods and just some general maintenance, and I'm gonna start up here and see how she sounds stock with the airbox, and then we're gonna throw this intake on it and see how she sounds after. So here it is. It's a semi cold start. I did start her up to move her about 25-30 feet. So and we're gonna be doing the electric fan mod as well on this thing, because I think my fan clutch might be stuck. So but yeah, this is how she sounds with the stock intake. Basically it's open cats into a stock cat back exhaust, so she's still pretty quiet. But yeah, I'm gonna throw this intake. It's an Amazon, like a $60-70 intake, some cheapo. So see what difference it's gonna make. Basically why I'm doing this, because the original intake is pretty restrictive anyway, and since I opened the cats and the exhaust is breathing a little better, I want to help the intake side of the engine as well. And hopefully we'll get some better fuel mileage, because I do use this rig for towing a lot. So let me jump into it, throw this intake on there and see how she looks and see how she sounds. And down the road I'm going to be doing some runs and trying to see what I average on MPGs on the highway. Alright, so right off the back, two things that I noticed. First of all, I'm not the instruction type guy. I just kind of go for it, and then if I if I get to a dead end, then I don't actually go back and look at instructions, I guess, like every man. But yeah, I took a glimpse of these, and you can see basically you can't even tell what they're showing you in the pictures, and the translation is awesome. 4 screws that hold the factor airbox. So yeah, instructions are garbage. I ain't even gonna take the time to read the rest of it. They don't even show you actual picture of how you mount it in, so it's not like a clear picture, except for this one. You can kind of make out which panel goes where, because it comes in 2 pieces. So I kind of figured out that this one goes right there, so I'll take that factory bolt and just bolt this thing down, and then this other piece bolts right here into these 2 places, and then bolts to this other panel. So pretty straightforward, not that difficult. But if you rely on the instructions, yeah, you might be over here for a few minutes twisting this thing around, trying to figure out what goes where. And anyway, but the other thing I noticed is, yeah, this right here, I don't think I'm gonna be happy with this rubber boot, the 90-degree that goes to the throttle body. I'm gonna install it now, but most likely I'm gonna try to source out the same diameter 90-degree like a 4-ply silicone elbow from some aftermarket company and just replace it, because I'm thinking as soon as this thing gets hot, it's gonna be just probably get sucked as soon as you hit the throttle. Hopefully that's not the case, but that's just what I'm thinking it'll happen, because I have seen that on some cheaper stuff. I mean, I've seen it even with silicone boots on some forced induction cars that they'll actually suck their intake boots closed even with silicone. So yeah, I'm thinking this thing is gonna get heated pretty bad sitting right in front of the engine, and yeah, it's not gonna work. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing so far. I'm gonna continue with this thing, put it in, and then we do a little sound check. Okay, so another issue running into the coupler that goes to connect the pipe to the mass airflow. Basically it's two different diameters, and there is no reducer for this thing in the kit, so it fits the larger diameter intake pipe, but when you put it on the mass airflow sensor, yeah, you can see that ain't happening. I don't care how much you tighten the clamp. This is just completely off. It's like another inch, the difference in sizes. So yeah, I don't feel like going to the store right now to pick up a reducer. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually cutting up this part right here that goes into the mass airflow and use that as my reducer. Just put the mass airflow back on the original hose and cut it right here on the other side, and then try to shove it into the larger coupler and then connect to the pipe. So yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. Alright guys, so there it is. It's all put together. This is how it looks like. This is the finished product. I tell you what, I ain't gonna lie, it probably took me about another 15-20 minutes longer than what I thought it was originally gonna take me to put it in, because I had to, like I said, there was no reducer provided over here, so I did cut the original part of the original inlet hose and then put it back on the mass airflow, and then put their coupler over it so I can use that as a reducer, because it's like almost an inch difference in diameter. And then having to bend some brackets, especially this lower one that holds the actual pipe, because I didn't want it moving around too much. And this one, basically the mass airflow is almost touching the pipe. I had to shove this all the way far back as possible, because otherwise there's almost no clearance over here, and the front of the air filter is actually metal, and it's like hitting up against the frame, so it was just gonna be making noise. So it's just a bunch of little things that just take a little longer when you start putting it in and trying to fit it in, and then pull it back out and twist it and turn it and bend it and make it fit the way you want it to fit. But honestly, for the price, it don't look bad. Yeah, the fitment is not 100% perfect, but you can make it. So you can make it work. It's pretty good. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. So yeah, I would say I give it a 9.5, even if it sounds good enough. And if I see any performance, well, I don't really care about performance gains, but really if I see difference in the fuel economy, that's what I'm gunning for. Because like I said, this rig is being used for hauling a 18-foot trailer, usually hauling cars, hauling materials, whatever. So that's what I'm doing this mainly for. But let me go ahead and start it up and see how she sounds. Okay, from inside the cabin you can't really tell any difference, but and even over here I can't really hear it. Like on some cars you can hear it right away, especially on forced induction vehicles. You can hear it right away. As soon as you put a cold air intake, you can hear a hissing sound from the extra airflow. But let's give it some revs. Oh, there you go. Okay. So maybe she's breathing a little freer. It kind of sounds like it. Let me jump inside real quick. Maybe we got something. But yeah, well, we're gonna take her on the run, fill her up all the way, and then we're gonna do a little highway run, probably like 30-40 miles, and come back and fill her up again and see what she's done. Because I'm definitely curious to see how she's running now, because I've been driving for the last probably, I want to say 2 or 3 years with check engine light. I had a code for a NOx sensor and O2 sensors. So basically it was all due to catalytic converters going bad. So that issue is resolved. I had to modify the O2 sensors, put some spacers on the downstream O2 sensors, and no check engine lights, no issues. She runs like a top now. But yeah, let's see what the intake does. Let's see if we're gonna notice a difference in MPGs and performance. So that's gonna be it for this video. Stay safe, be blessed, catch you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for me. Thanks again.